Welcome back, folks. This is episode number 404. It's definitely one of my lucky numbers, and I hope it is a lucky number for you guys. I hope you like this episode because we are doing some castle building. One of the things that I've run into, one of the difficulties here, is all the landscaping I did has forced me to be very creative, because now I have to make everything fit. Because I've given myself definite proportions to work with. And that's not to say that I couldn't change anything that I've terraformed. I mean, I could, but I certainly don't have, the freedom to just, I want this room to be 20 blocks wider. Move it over 20 blocks. No, I can't. I have kind of given myself lines to color inside of. I'm not just drawing on a blank page anymore. To continue the comparison, I'm using a coloring book. A coloring book of my own fiendish design, I might add. Because I have nobody to blame for it but myself. But what I am doing right now is some fun and exciting things, and I wanted to bring you guys in on the creative process behind this, because what I've done is I've identified how I wanted to do the windows and things, and I was just looking at the front of this here, and I'd noticed that I'd kind of inadvertently built these sort of tower shapes into the front of this, and I needed to change up this landscape to make that read a whole heck of a lot better. So that's kind of what I'm working on at the very moment, is cutting out some of this stuff that's kind of going to get in the way. And you may be a little worried if you didn't catch the last episode that, I've got my enchanting table down in here. But that's no big deal, because remember, that's going to move up into our enchanting tower. So we can move that whenever we need to. That's not a big deal. And I get the feeling that with this, we're going to be moving it very soon. Very, very soon indeed. But this is the castle front that we are that we are sculpting into the front of our mountain here. And I like it. I like that quite a bit. I think this is starting to read through. These two windows are coming out very nicely. And these are just regular stair, 2 glass panes, and then upside down stair. And that's a pattern that I will probably most likely repeat throughout the build, including in the walls of the house that sits on top of the mountain here. And I actually want to take a second. I want to show you guys how that's gonna work. And I think I wanted to leave a window there. It's okay, I can cut it back out. But I'm gonna show you guys how I wanted that to work. So of course, after we move our enchanting table upstairs, one of the ways at least to get into the complex is gonna be to come up, the walkway here, and come in this side door. We're gonna come through this side frame. All the pillars in the house are going to be made out of spruce wood logs, because I definitely like that, the dark wood combination. The floors are probably going to be stone brick, and the primary shape of this house is going to be a rather large rectangle. And I've been trying to work in how I can squeeze in these little like balconies / like window boxes. These little like juts in the wall to break it up a little bit, where I might be able to just put in larger glass windows or like little flower pots and things like that. But so these walls will get tweaked around a little bit. I've been just kind of doing some experimenting with spacing and so on and so forth. And again, this is the wall pattern repeated here. And I think that using the cobblestone in this context kind of makes the walls bump out or jump out a little bit. When the other stone texture that you're using is stone for the foundation. And I've been thinking to myself every time I walk past here that I'm not going to have these logs come all the way down to the dirt. actually think I'm gonna have this for a foundation, if that makes sense, like around here. And I'm not sure that I like how that looks. I think I'm gonna try it both ways. Maybe I'll do one side of the house one way and one side of the house the other way, and we'll just see what the finished product looks like. And that'll be that. Again, my philosophy is to kind of build something and then see how it looks. If it looks good, we keep it. If not, we get rid of it. But down here, this is dug down into the dirt below, and this is where we get our windows. Remember, from the castle wall. And so I have been digging out this negative space because this is the area that we are going to dedicate to our storage room. And our storage room may be 1 or 2 floors, I'm not sure, but if we do go down another floor, like if this is a staircase down into our first floor of our storage room, then the other storage room floor would be a staircase that would come back in underneath the staircase from the first floor. So that way it takes up less room, because stacking your staircases on top of each other like that saves you a lot of room. And room is definitely at a premium in this particular build, but then again, I feel as though building in a small space like this encourages us to keep with the modern house requirement of our build. We do want this to be a modern castle, so very quickly here I'm gonna run into, you know, that I believe right there, that cobblestone, that's gonna be our outside wall. You know, if we dig through that too much, and hold on, we'll just test it here. Yeah, no, it's gonna be our outside wall. So I'm trying to see how much space I can get out of this floor, and then compare that to how much space we're gonna need for a storage room. And I don't know that we're going to do the storage room today so much as we're just gonna kind of try and feel out how much space we can get out of the project, out of the build. Oh, crud. Can I get back up over there? Yeah, I can. Good. Let's go ahead and put this here and this here. There we go. Very nicely done. And of course, this may not work. Well, first of all, one's taller than the other, so that's no good. But this may not work window-wise, just because it's at a corner here. So if I were to put these windows in here, I would have to put another block there, and I don't think I want to do that. So let's try and center the window, and we'll have it 2 wide. Because this is a 4 wide space. So if we bring this column down like so, I want this to be kind of at the same level as the other window was. So let's check. Other window. You are here. Come across to like so. So stairs, 3 tall. You sit here. And then I almost don't know if I want to put in these glass blocks, just because I have so little sand to make glass panes. But you know what? Glass panes are kind of cheap, so we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna commit to it, see how it looks. Oh, I don't like it. It's terrible. It is. Ah, it's ugly. Oh, maybe it's not that bad. I don't know. I'd like a different design there. I feel like that window's got to be changed. We got to do something different. It's too distracting. I think maybe it needs to be 3 tall, actually. I don't know why, but I'm thinking 3 tall. And another thing I'm noticing is that the cobblestone upside down stairs at the top there, that blends in with the texture way too much. But this stone against cobblestone, that pops. So that's what I need. So if I do that, then I'm definitely going to have to change the type of stair that is to get that to pop out the way I want it to. So, yeah. So, just trying to literally figure out how much space I can get here. One of the things that I don't like is how narrow this space becomes, because effectively if this becomes a wall, regardless of what windows or whatever I put in there, and this becomes a wall here, then all of a sudden I've got very little space to work with in here. So my options are, you know, obviously I'm going down for the storage. I could go up, but you know, that's going to cause problems in and of itself, and problems that I don't think I want to deal with on this particular build. So I feel like I want to go out a little bit wider, and the way that I think I need to do that is to come out with this wall, one block this way, I'll split the difference, and then one block this way too, probably. You know, and I will be losing a little bit of grass around. I wanted to keep this just thin little layer of grass all the way around, but I may end up losing that in little parts. So, and that really makes me sad. But you know, best laid plans of mice and men. You know, I was fairly kind of just caught up in the moment and creating nice shapes when I was doing the landscaping. You know, I didn't necessarily plan out everything, and so this becomes a learning experience. It's kind of a build as you go, and I like it. I gotta say, it's what keeps Minecraft exciting for me, is the fact that I can kind of do this. So if we move that out this way, yeah. All right, so fair enough. So let's move this out here, and I think the next thing we're gonna have to do is probably figure out where we want windows. I mean, we've got terrific views in all directions, and for as much as I like these tall, thin windows in the castle walls, I think we need to make our windows up here a little bit taller. And I can't believe I'm breaking these, but I need to. So, but this gives us a 3 tall window here, and if I do the pillars a little bit farther apart, like so, I could probably get nice big windows. That might look really good, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, fool? I pity the fool that doesn't know what I mean. I don't know why I just became Mr. T there, but you guys are gonna go with it. Go with it. It's late at night. It's late at night, and I should be working on my paper, but you know what? You gotta build when creativity strikes. When creativity strikes. How much do I like this? How much do I like this? Okay, so if this is 3 tall, 1, 2, 3, and that's pretty standard height, and I want to border it in with stairs for a window on the bottom, and I'm just hypothetically making this whole wall a window, and I probably won't do that. I'll probably, you know, do like one window here and then a section of wall with decoration on it, and then another window or something like that, something to break it up. So even if we 1, 2, 3 popped it out here, spruce blocks, yeah, something like this. And then the walls themselves would probably, I think at this point, be stone brick. Probably, because that's got a pretty rugged sort of castle feel to it. But if the walls were 3 high, then I'm not really doing myself much of a service by doing the stairs like this for windows, because the view that you're going to see out of this is, it's lame. You know what I mean? My question then is how high can I get away with making these walls? I guess is what I want to know. And if I get a view from over here, how high can I have this building sitting on top? Can I afford to put on another story? And I almost think that I can, especially if I make it a little wider, because I feel like the wider and the stouter I make it, the taller I can get away with. So if I take this out, let's go up another one. Take out this. Perfect. Okay. We're gonna go up. We need to go up 2 more. Because we're gonna have 1 for the stairs and then 2 blocks for 2 blocks just for the window itself. So 1, 2. Huh. And then the stairs gonna go there. How did I count that right? 1, 2 for the window itself. Let's do 3 for the window. Let's do a 3 high window, because I really do. I want to be able to see. I built my house on a mountain for a reason. I would like to be able to see. So this 3, that's the top of the window. 1 more for stairs, and then 1 more to have the beam that goes across. Alright, so let's see here. We're going to bring you up like that. Alright, and now let's go ahead. Let's put in our stairs, and we'll see if this is too big. We might have gone oversized. But now we're going to end up with this huge viewing space. Like that. And that's nice. That's nice. Look at that. I can see for miles. I can see that whole tree. Well, actually, I can't see for miles because my render distance. But I think maybe a big window like this at the ends. Or no, I want to save the ends for balconies. You know what I mean? Like I actually want to be able to extend this out. Like this is the only exception I think for keeping the ridge of grass around the outside edges that I might actually want to bring like the actual house out to like this far, so I could really get a good extended view. But and of course I've got this 1, 2. I'm running out of glass, man. But that gives you an impression of what that would look like, and I kind of like that. I do kind of like it. I think that's a good height for us, for what we are working with. And so by comparison, if I bring up this spruce divider wall here in between these 2 big old beautiful windows, what can we get here? I have to go up further on this one. See, that's the thing. So I end up using so much darn scaffolding. Like that, right? Like so. And then let's put in this, so we'll get rid of our dirt from before. And, you know, let's even say it's usually a bad policy to have a window right next to a, like literally right next to a door. That usually doesn't work out very well. Unless it was like a too tall window. Does that make sense? It kind of maybe built into the door frame, like so. That might be something. That might actually be pretty cool. Let me build it for you guys so that I can get it out of my imagination and onto the project, so you guys can actually see what I'm talking about. I'm quickly going to run out of spruce wood here. It makes me so sad. I mean, I have more, but I have to grow it. I actually have to go and make it, and that makes me quite sad. But if I do like short little, like even like that size window, and then I put a log in up at the top like that, carry the roof across, and then the top of this becomes wall, regular wall. Then that might be cool. Maybe just like little, where are you? Where you hiding? Where you hiding? You're jumping out of the wall like that. But that might be cool. I actually already think that I want this to be too taller if I do that, like so. But that might be cool to have a little window in the side like that. And that's actually looking pretty good. I don't know that I would want to do another floor on top of, on top of this. I feel like that would be a little too tall. It would take away from the entire thing. Because what I have designed for the roof, or what I have in mind for the roof, is actually going to be pretty decent size. So I definitely wouldn't want to go any taller than what we have right now. So I think that's probably about all we can do for this episode. I'm going to try and do a little bit more building with you guys, actually. So go ahead and let me know what you think of this, of the height of this in comparison to the rest of the building. And let me know what you guys think of that. Let me know what you guys think of the color scheme, because I need something a little bit brighter. So right now I'm working with very dark and I'm working with gray. And so I need something to make it pop. I don't know if that's... I don't know what that is yet. So let me know what you guys think about that. And we will make tweaks with this as we go along. And we will figure out what works. And I will catch you guys in the future.